Hello, lovelies. Welcome to the goPure Glow Show. My name is Stephanie Classy, and I am your licensed clinical SD bestie and the head of education here at goPure. And we have an amazing show today. I haven't been live on these channels in a while, and I've missed you all so much. So when you hop on, say hello. Let me know where you're joining us from. We have such a fun show today. And I know so many of you guys are excited to learn about our two amazing new exfoliation products. And I am so excited to be talking about these, but I am not going to be talking about these new products alone. Kaylee's going to join us in a bit, and we're going to just kind of share our perspective on how to exfoliate like an esthetician. So remember to like, comment, and share. We're going to be doing giveaways all throughout the duration of the show. So when you guys drop your comments, ask your questions, and we're going to be answering as many questions as we can. Our customer service behind the scenes is going to be seeing who's participating and helping us choose winners. And because Kaylee is on the show and she's normally behind the scenes, we're going to be kind of working the live and being on the live. So it's going to be really fun. So I see Nancy's here. I see Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay, Jennifer, Audrey, Tish. Hello, hello. And so we don't only have really fun giveaways, we also have a really special offer if you all saw on the website. So for any orders, $59 or more, we have a special little freebie, these cutie little mini dramatically dewies. And look, Amy, our director of product development, made me cute little mini dramatically dewy earrings. So maybe at some point I'll pop these on to level up the fun in the show. I can't wear them the whole time because they're heavy, but I have to show them off because they're so cute. So orders US $59 or more, you get a free mini dewy. But what's really awesome is that if you decide to grab the set and get both products in the instant facial exfoliation set, that is at $59. So you'll get your cutie patootie little mini dewy along with it. So that's just, I know they're so cute, aren't they? They're so cute. So thank you guys for sharing. Get your questions ready. And without further ado, let's add our lovely Kaylee to the stage, our other SD bestie here at goPure.
Hi, guys. I am excited to be live. Like Stephanie said, I'm always behind the scenes, but I'm not always live with her. So this will be a fun chat today. I'm excited to see all your comments and answer all your questions. So thanks for having me.
Well, and I'm excited about this because like estheticians are experts of exfoliation. That's really where our
Specialty.
expertise is that top layer of the skin. And so you're the perfect guest for this, for us to share our perspective as estheticians, especially because we do have advanced certifications to like work with exfoliants and things like that. I think you're the perfect guest for this live launch. So I'm so excited about this.
We're gonna learn how to exfoliate like an esthetician today.
So who in the comments wants to learn how to exfoliate like an esthetician? Let us know, and let us know if you've already ordered.
Yes, I would love to know.
Products. I want to know who has ordered and who has been kind of waiting to learn a little bit more about the products, because we're going to just share all the details, all of the info. And so let's get right into it. From your perspective, Kaylee, if someone says, why do I need to exfoliate? In like really simple terms, what would you say?
Yeah, so exfoliation is going to help kind of clear away dead skin cells on the surface of our skin, and kind of within our pores as well. Different types of exfoliants offer different benefits. They can improve different skin concerns that you may have. And really, they just allow the other products in our routine to work better. So yeah, I'm really excited that we have two new exfoliants to help kind of level up your skincare routine and your results.
Yes, I'm really excited. Like, I've been working with goPure for just about 3 years.
Yeah.
And both of these types of products are things that I have been really wanting us to add to our products for that long. Hey, I see you all in the comments. Hey, I'm so glad you're all here. And because exfoliation really is an essential step. When people come to a skincare professional, they're looking for solutions to a range of skin concerns, from everything to dark spots, sun damage, lines and wrinkles, clogged and congested looking pores, breakouts, all of those things. Exfoliation is like a key component to helping build a routine to find solutions to those concerns.
Yes.
So Kaylee and I decided how we were going to break this up to start. So we're just going to get right into talking about the product.
Let's get into it.
And then we're going to talk about some of the different ingredients, how to help you all fit them into your routine.
Yes.
So I'm going to start by talking about the AHA, and then Kaylee is going to share a bit about the BHA. So just an overview too. When I say AHA, I'm going to be talking about the Wake Up Radiant AHA Peel. And when we say BHA, that's just going to be short for the Refine It 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. It's just kind of like how we talk about it is like AHA versus BHA. So if we don't use the
true, they're not the product names.
I'm like, forgive us. So I'm going to talk about the Wake Up Radiant AHA Peel to get started. So this is such a fantastic leave-on exfoliant. It is intended for your nighttime skincare routine. It has a creamy texture and uses multiple different alpha hydroxy fruit acids and enzymes to really help resurface the skin and improve the appearance of dark spots, lines and wrinkles. It's going to brighten the look of dull skin, improve the appearance of sun damaged skin. And so it's a very well-rounded product to improve the appearance of the visible signs of aging. It works at the surface of the skin. And it's really interesting because it has a 10% blend of the alpha hydroxy acids, glycolic, lactic, malic, tartaric, and citric acids. It has a 5% fruit acid blend, 4% phytic acid, 1% pumpkin enzyme, and a pea and glucosamine compound with fermented green tea. And I've been through that list a lot of times, however long. But that's what's really cool about this is that it uses all these ingredients at very manageable lower levels. So it's very easy to tolerate. I see a lot of people asking if I have sensitive skin, can I use this? Really, with both the exfoliants, I feel really comfortable saying there's ways we can show you how to fit them into your routine if you have sensitive skin, because of how they are formulated to just be very tolerable. And so it just is going to deliver a much easier to tolerate experience. It's not really a peel. It's not going to make you peel like a peel like you would get from an esthetician. And it's just a fantastic leave-on exfoliating product that's going to resurface the skin, brighten the look of the skin. And again, if you have lines and wrinkles, dark spots, sun damaged skin, this is definitely one that, and rough skin texture, this is one that you are going to want to check out. So Kaylee, do you want to share about our Refine It 2%?
Our Refine It 2% BHA liquid exfoliant? Of course I do. So this is going to be a lightweight leave-on liquid exfoliant and combines 2% BHA and a bioactive tropical fruit complex. Combined of like pineapple, papaya, and mango fruit acids. It can be used day or night. It is packed with additional vitamins and barrier supportive antioxidants. It works, it is oil loving. BHA is oil loving, so it works within the pore to remove dead skin, while fruit acids help smooth and really brighten the surface of the skin. It helps keep our pores looking clear. Improves the appearance of like breakout prone skin, like you mentioned before, redness, bumpy skin texture, and then really helps with like skin discoloration as well.
Okay, awesome. And I have all of those concerns. So I do use both. That's what I
Yeah.
like to say. Like, if you have all of those skin concerns, it's okay. We're not going to use both in the same routine, and we're going to talk about how to use them.
There,
But
yes.
I absolutely, to meet my skin goals, I have large pores. I get clogged and congested pores, and I get bumpy skin texture. So this is definitely something that I integrate into my routine. But dark spots are one of my main skin concerns. Lines and wrinkles, those types of things, and that rough skin texture, and just overall the wanting to have resurfacing. So the AHA peel is absolutely a part of my routines too. So really, it's about focusing on the benefits that you're looking for with the products, whether one is right for you or both. Do you use both, Kaylee?
I do. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I totally agree. There is a time and place for each, not saying that every single person will need both. But I think, as long, like you said, paying attention to the skin concerns when you're going into your routine of kind of what you're dealing with at that time, I do think there is a time and place for both of them.
Yeah. And someone's saying in like separate routines. Yes. So absolutely, these would be used in separate routines. We don't want you all overdoing it. And so when you are trying to make that choice, and we're going to really talk through the different routines. I'm going to share exactly how I integrate using both of them. And I'm going to ask Kaylee too, how she likes to. But these rely on chemical exfoliation. So do you want to give a little chemical exfoliation, like 101, Kaylee? Kind of like, what is chemical exfoliation?
Of course. So chemical exfoliation basically uses ingredients like AHAs, or alpha hydroxy acids, or BHAs, beta hydroxy acids, different enzymes and fruit acids to really help dissolve away dead skin cells in various ways. They are different from physical exfoliants. I always think of a physical exfoliant as you're physically exfoliating your skin, manually buffing away those dead skin cells. And essentially, just the main difference is that chemical exfoliants, typically the advantage is that they're going to offer many more benefits than just exfoliating the skin. They can improve like visible signs of aging, sun damage. They can help clear the look of breakouts, texture, and different skin concerns like dark spots, breakouts, fine lines, and wrinkles. So there's just typically a little bit more that goes into them.
Yeah. And I just thought of something. Should we do a giveaway?
I was thinking that too.
We haven't done a giveaway yet.
We need to do a giveaway. I'm sorry. It's because I'm also running the back end of the show while in the front end of the show, but we should absolutely do a giveaway. Should we give away the AHA or the BHA first, do you think?
Let's give away the AHA and we'll alternate. And so Kaylee's going to be working with our customer service to pick and announce a winner. And then I'm going to go through some of the comments that I see, and I'm going to look for some questions that I can answer while Kaylee is working to get a winner for us. So let me scroll. Can this be used with the retinol? So anytime you are exfoliating, you just don't want to use your exfoliants in the same routine as retinol. Alternating different nights with exfoliation and then retinol use is a fantastic option to actually really get amazing results in your routine. So on nights that you would use an exfoliant, or any routine where you would use an exfoliant, you're just going to skip your retinol. So another question, let me see. Let me try and find another one. And the same thing, Penny, tretinoin would be a retinoid. So again, you would just want to use them in a separate skincare routine. And is it like a mask? So these both are meant to be left on the skin. But if you're concerned about, how your skin is going to tolerate them, especially with the AHA, you can always apply them as a temporary product, treat it like a mask, rinse it off, and then do your routine. I still wouldn't use retinol in that routine if you've exfoliated. But if you just want to kind of dip your toe into the pond, to see how your skin will do, you can totally just try and apply it, leave it on the skin for 10 to 20 minutes and rinse it off. But both of them are actually intended to be left on the skin. Great question.
We have a winner. Let's see.
you want to announce it, Kaylee?
Sure. Christine Manillo, you won our Wake Up Radiant AHA peel. So
Congratulations.
congratulations.
All right, so keep asking your questions, keep showing
Yes.
up in the comments. Please share the live, and we're just going to keep chatting. And we're going to be doing as much Q&A on this as possible, because we know with products like this, exfoliation and exfoliants are a little bit more nuanced. That's not a bad thing, because they do add such a synergy to your skincare routine. So keep asking, and we are going to also focus on the questions that actually have to do with the exfoliants, because we know that's what this live is about, and you guys have so many questions. Okay, so now we were talking a little bit about the difference between like chemical and physical exfoliation. Yes. So like Kaylee was saying, a physical exfoliant would be something that, like our microdermabrasion scrub was, where it actually uses something to manually exfoliate. And the thing with physical exfoliants is that there is a time and place for those, but those are going to just remove those dead cells. They're just going to exfoliate. Whereas chemical exfoliation can do that and can remove those dead cells and actually exfoliate, but you're going to get a deeper skin impact and a lot more benefits to the product than just manually removing, the top, dead cells on the surface of the skin. And so I want to kind of talk about the different ingredients, because I'm seeing questions about how these actually work when they're left on the skin. And like we were saying, if someone goes and gets like a peel from an esthetician or a dermatologist, those have very specific percentages and pHs. And like Kaylee and I were saying, they have to be like shut off.
Yeah.
So they don't just get removed, they get like neutralized. And like shut off. And so something like this, like the alpha hydroxy acids, they sit on the skin, they help kind of break apart that dead skin and help, that process of exfoliation as it sits on the skin. AHAs are really cool because they're derived from a lot of sources, from things like fruits, nuts, sugar cane, and just other natural sources. There's a lot of really common ones you might have heard of, like glycolic acid or lactic acid. Both of those are in this. But there's a lot of other ones. Like I said, this one has the tartaric, the malic, and the citric as well. And they are really amazing at improving the appearance of dark spots, lines and wrinkles, and smoothing that rough skin texture. And so I'm a huge fan of alpha hydroxy acids, but I really like them in combination with other ingredients. So I get really excited about talking about all of the things in here. And so Renita's asking, I want to know if this is replacing a product. So it's not really replacing a product. Exfoliation is a step in your routine. So it's a way to give your skin a skin treatment. As opposed to like replacing a product. It's more like when you're exfoliating, you're gonna just not use other skin treatments when you are exfoliating. And Susan, we are gonna do a step-by-step when we actually go through the routine. Okay. All right, Kaylee, how do you feel about chatting about phytic acid?
Yes. So phytic acid is in our Wake Up Radiant. It is a more gentle and modern exfoliating acid. What's really cool about phytic acid is it has the skin renewal power of glycolic acid, but also the dark spot reducing effectiveness of vitamin C. But it's really gentle and very tolerable. It does help keep the pores looking clear, more youthful, firm, calm. But because it has that dark spot reducing effectiveness to it, it also helps the skin look smoother and brighter and just more even tone. It benefits the pores as well. And it is a very, like you mentioned, slow release, self-neutralizing. So yeah, it is in our Wake Up Radiant. It's a great ingredient.
Yeah. And I'm really excited that we have phytic acid in here, because it is something that is a bit more modern. And I love how tolerable it is. Like phytic acid is just, you get so many of the benefits of glycolic and even vitamin C. And it's so easy to tolerate. And it has a huge range of benefits for the skin. So I love that it's in here. And the difference too, one of the main differences between alpha hydroxy acids and beta hydroxy acids are alpha hydroxy acids, AHAs, are water loving.
Yep.
Beta hydroxy acids are oil loving. So this, is going to think like resurfacing the top layer of your skin, and the beta hydroxy acids are, will help keep pores looking clear and exfoliate your pores. And so it is like they kind of work in different places on the skin, which is why they really are different and they give a different benefit. So like I was saying, the BHA that's in here is at 2%, and it's really amazing if you have bumpy skin texture, breakout prone skin, you battle oil and shine, clogged and congested pores, larger pores. This is going to be an amazing option for you. And yes, I do feel like sensitive skin can use both of these, but again, we are recommending very like simplified routines with these. And so that and it's going to be about frequency of use.
Yeah.
And so because this is oil loving, it just does a better job of exfoliating those pores. And that is what helps reduce the look of pore size, the look of clogged and congested pores, breakouts, redness. And I really get bumpy skin texture, like on my forehead and around here, especially. And I'm super prone to clogged and congested pores. So a BHA product is something that we'll always find in my routines for sure.
Same, honestly.
And both of these products have fruit acids. And Katie and I were kind of laughing because each one of these has 3 different fruit acids. And then our new enzymes cleansing balm has 3 other enzymes and fruits. And so now we're trying to like keep them all straight. Like which one's in here? But do you want to just chat a little bit about the benefit? Because I think fruit acids are really cool. I love them in products.
Yes.
Because they just have so many benefits.
Yeah, no, like Stephanie was mentioning, they are in both of these products. They're packed with natural vitamins, antioxidants, and nutrients for the skin. They're kind of cool in the fact that they really combined like that AHA and enzymatic exfoliation, depending on the source and where it's coming from. It can be a mango fruit acid, banana, pineapple, papaya, hog plum. There's, like she said, there's a lot of them, but they will offer just a wide range of skin supportive benefits. They help keep the skin and the pores looking really clear, smoothing and soothing any visible breakouts, brightening and evening the complexion, really, those fine lines and wrinkles, firming, smoothing the appearance of skin texture, and also, just hydration and barrier function. So they do a lot of different things depending on the type of fruit acid. But yeah, they're in both of these products. So,
and I just think that they just complement an AHA or BHA
really well. Yeah, I agree.
And they can be just fantastically like barrier supportive. And I'm always about barrier support.
Yes, which is key to include in an exfoliant.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so let's pick another winner. We're going to give away the BHA. So I'm going to dive in and do some Q&A while Kaylee picks another winner. And then we're going to just like dive in to use and like routines and kind of the do's and the don'ts. Okay. And yes, so I just saw the question about tips. So you guys know that our amazing boxes have sample routines and tips and tricks, and both of these products have those. So this one is for the Wake Up Radiant AHA Peel, and this one is for the Refine It 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. So never fear, you all have your sample routine right here inside the box with some really, really great tips for both of these products. And what we did when we were designing these routines is I personally like to keep exfoliation routines very simple. So these are a very simple, straightforward routine that can get you started with the product. It's going to have the do's and don'ts. So don't feel like you have to know everything or remember everything Kaylee and I is saying. We also have a blog up that is very helpful, but inside the box is going to give you like tons of great help.
Okay, we have a winner. Hold on, let me put it up here.
Okay. Amber Cannon, congratulations. You won our Refine It 2%
Yay.
BHA liquid exfoliant.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And keep it up in the comments. And yes, the box, Bobby, the box does show the full routine. So you can see here with the AHA, you have your cleanse, tone, use your alpha hydroxy acid, and then we have eye cream and moisturize on here. Very simple. And again, these are your starting routines. And the 2% BHA cleanser, use your liquid exfoliant, serums, moisturizer, and sunscreen. So what I will say to start is that the BHA can be used day or night. We recommend using the Wake Up Radiant AHA peel at night, but you always need to wear sunscreen. That's my number one rule, is that yes, you always need to wear
good
sunscreen.
Number one rule.
Always a rule, right?
Yes.
However,
always.
If you are integrating exfoliants into your routines, you have to promise me you are going to wear sunscreen during the day, because active ingredients like exfoliants, retinol, and even types of vitamin C will make your skin more sensitive to the sun. So sunscreen rule. Everyone say, Stephanie, I promise I will wear my sunscreen if I get these exfoliants, because it is very, very important. So the goPure Tinted Mineral SPF, I love a mineral sunscreen, quite frankly, with exfoliation.
Yes.
And so if you haven't tried it, this is besties with this. This is the real bestie combo right here. For sure. I see you all promising. Promise me.
Thank you for promising.
Let's talk about routines. Let's just dive into the routines.
Perfect.
Because I think this is really where I want you all to okay, we showed you inside the box. Starting routine.
Starter,
Kaylee and I are going to we're going to give you some really great nuggets of information here, so you guys can decide how you want to integrate these into your routines. The boxes are a great starting point, but we have lots of other help here to just show you ways that we like to use them and other products you can or can't use with them. So tell me how you use the AHA.
Yeah, so AHA is always used at night. After cleansing my skin, I will apply a very thin layer. And that's one thing that Stephanie and I were talking about prior to going live with you guys is one thing we see a lot is when there's a very fine line between exfoliation and over exfoliation. And a lot of times the difference is in just the amount that you're using. So it really doesn't take much. It's a very thin layer. I would say like a pump and a half is good for your entire face. Obviously, if you're bringing it down to your neck and chest, you might need a little bit more. And then I'll typically wait like 5 minutes to just kind of let it soak in, have its moment. I will mention, I always like to avoid, and I always recommend to avoid the eye and mouth areas. And sometimes even nose, like right underneath your nose, they can just be a little bit more sensitive and more prone to like that peely dryness that you get from exfoliating. You can use like any soothing serums. I like Dramatically Dewy paired with it. And then you'll finish with your moisturizer. And then I really only use this like 1 to 3 times a week. And also, I guess I would say don't use in the same routine as retinol. Always wear your sunscreen. Those rules apply as well. But yeah, I only use it really 1 to 3 times a week. Like I said, there's always that fine line that you're walking between exfoliating just the right amount and then over exfoliating and ruining your skin barrier. So how do you use it?
And I have sensitive skin. So I do want to preface that. Is your skin sensitive, Kaylee? Like
it's not that sensitive. No.
Mine is extremely sensitive. I have very sensitive, very reactive skin.
You do.
And I will tell you all, when I'm testing products, I test it for the sensitive skin girlies. You all know I'm in my 40s and like my skin has become even more unpredictable in my 40s. And so I intentionally just really try out these products in a lot of different ways and a lot of different combinations, so I can really give my recommendations on use and with sensitivity. And what I'll say is I really do feel confident that if you have sensitive skin, you can try these. The main thing when you have sensitive skin is to use them less frequently. I cannot exfoliate as frequently as some other people can, for sure. I keep my routines very simple when I exfoliate, and I really focus on calming, soothing, barrier supportive products that complement the exfoliants. And that's something that's important. If you have sensitive skin, you can always patch test. You can try and leave it on for a little bit and rinse it off, but really keep your routine very simple, and focus on things that are just going to help keep your skin happy, because you can have too much of a good thing. So what I do is, when I'm using the Wake Up Radiant AHA peel, you can cleanse and tone or just cleanse. For me, when I'm exfoliating, I actually prefer to just cleanse my skin and then put the exfoliant right on cleansed skin. But I'm perfectly okay if you want to cleanse and tone. But I put a thin layer of this on, and you can apply too much of this. I tried it. I was like, can you apply too much of this? You can. So keep it to about a pump and a half to start. Apply a thin layer, like Kaylee said. The eye area, the corners of the nose, and around the mouth, especially the corners, are going to be your most sensitive. So if you're very sensitive, you can get a little Vaseline or something and just like put it on those areas and around to protect it. Okay. I let it sit on the skin a little bit longer. I like letting my exfoliant live on the skin a little bit. And then I follow it with my eye cream. I'll pair it with the dewy. The Brilliant Barrier Water Cream is the moisturizer I use, and I really do love that in combination with this. And then I just, next day wash my face. And a lot of times if I'm exfoliating the night before, like, I'm not going to follow the next morning with the BHA. So that's one thing too, because I typically use the BHA during the day and the AHA at night, but I'm not getting a lot of direct sun exposure. So I'll use this at night. I'm not going to exfoliate the next morning, and I'll do like my retinol the next night. Probably have a couple nights of retinol, and then I'll either give my skin a break or I'll start, exfoliating again at night with this. And I use this 1 to 2 times a week typically for my sensitive skin. And it's fantastic. So does anyone have any questions about how to use the AHA? Let's pick another winner, Kaylee, and I'm going to see if you have questions about AHA use. And really, I recommend like 1 to 3 times a week. It's going to depend on if you're only using one exfoliant or both. 3 is, when you exfoliate, 3 can be a lot, but if someone, like, say if you don't use retinol and can't use retinol, I would be okay with you trying it like 3 to 4 nights a week just to see how your skin does. But really start 1, 2, 3 times a week at night and just see how your skin does, because over exfoliation is not something you just come back from overnight. You work your way up, as opposed to just like trying to do a ton, and then your skin might not be happy because you over exfoliated.
Yeah, I guess going off of that, and then I'll show you guys the winner, because I know that's what you're actually waiting for.
No, but I want your.
It is very similar. When starting to incorporate exfoliants into your routine, the rules are very similar as to when you start to incorporate retinols into your routine.
Yeah.
So start off slow, and then as your skin can tolerate more, you can work up to that 3 times a week. I use it 3 times a week because I've been exfoliating my skin for years, but I would not recommend, if you've never used an exfoliant, to start at that 3 times a week mark. Definitely work up to that point.
Yeah.
But the winner of the Wake Up Radiant is Denise Scotty Smith. So congratulations.
Hey, congratulations. So keep it up in the comments, because we're going to be doing more giveaways. Keep asking your questions. So this one question was saying, can you still use a firm and lift serum and other serums when you use these exfoliants? So again, think of the idea of cycling your routine. So the main steps in a skincare routine, and I'm going to show the box for the alpha hydroxy acid peel. It's cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize, and then you would protect, okay, with sunscreen during the day. And so you cleanse and tone. Think of your serums or your exfoliants as that treatment step.
Mm-hmm.
And so you pick one main thing in your routine that's going to
Yep.
be your main skin treatment. So you don't want to be using your exfoliant and your retinol. You would just cycle them in different routines. First night is my exfoliation routine. The next night's going to be my retinol routine. So you just cycle your main skin treatment that you want to focus on. And then someone asked, how do you know if you've over exfoliated? Do you want to tackle that one, Kaylee?
Yeah. I guess to answer that, you would just know because your skin will you'll feel it and you'll see it. You'll feel dry. You can feel irritated. You can feel extra red, tight, but not in a good way. Just really stripped and dry and not healthy.
Yeah.
I guess I should say not balanced skin.
Yeah. When you over exfoliate, you're actually damaging your skin barrier.
Yes.
And I talk about it all the time. Like our skin barrier is what keeps like the good stuff in our skin, like water, the bad stuff out. And so when we impair our skin barrier, it can become dehydrated, red, inflamed. It can contribute to breakouts.
Yep.
And you will, feel it. And I have very sensitive skin. So there's a difference between your skin being like sensitized by something and just being like, oh, that's an exfoliating acid, versus like using something too much, too frequently, or with other things that are damaging your skin barrier. That's a bigger thing to overcome than just like being like, oh, I'm using an acid for the first time and I'm integrating that, or I'm integrating in a retinol, and your skin just like adjusting to that versus like actually breaking your barrier, over exfoliating, and having more issues from that. Basically.
Too much.
Yeah. So which one was good for pores? That would be the BHA.
Which should we go into that routine?
Yeah, that's great.
Good segue.
Good segue.
Perfect. So this one, different from the AHA, can be used day or night. It again is after cleansing your skin. Apply a thin layer of the liquid exfoliant around your face. I like to pour it onto a cotton round, but similar to toner, you can pour it onto a cotton round or just press it into your skin. Again, you'll want to avoid the eyes and lips and just kind of like the edge of your nose there to avoid that like dry and peel and flakiness. You can follow again with desired serums, finish with your moisturizer and the rest of your routine. Same thing. I would recommend to start using this 1 to 3 times a week. But again, similar to retinol, as you build up a tolerance and your skin can handle it, you can use it a little bit more. And then you just want to make sure you're not using it in the same routine as retinol, and to always wear your sunscreen as well. I personally, because I do tend to reach for both products, tend to use the BHA in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you do the same.
Yeah, I do the same. So and there's a question about damp skin. So typically with exfoliants, a lot of times you might want your skin actually a little more dry.
Yeah.
Like we've said with like retinol, damp skin, it's just more permeable. It creates like a better environment for certain ingredients. But if like something absorbs too quickly, it can cause irritation. So generally, like you can let your skin dry a little bit. I wouldn't want it like sopping wet. And my personal experience is sometimes if your skin is a little more damp with the AHA, it can feel a little more active on the skin. But I mean, I'm not hard pressed to be like your skin has to be one way or the other. Just see how your skin does. Let it dry maybe just a little bit before you apply it. And yes, if you're using the microdermabrasion or another physical exfoliant, I just say pick one type of exfoliation. Pick one type of exfoliation for your routine, because that's one way to over exfoliate. Like if you're using something that's a scrub and then trying to follow it with one of these, like
I agree.
Could be a little bit much. And
pick
then
1 star to the show.
1 star. And vitamin C. Vitamin C has a really great synergy with exfoliants, but when used in the same routine for a lot of people, it can just be a little too spicy. So, I mean, I know sometimes estheticians will layer like a tolerable type of vitamin C, but like I would just say, like, let's not do that to start. Let's just again, star of the show.
So
Star of the show is going to be your exfoliant, and then try something like the dramatically dewy with it if you would like, moisturize. Like, that's how we're going to start with this, and then maybe in the future we'll see if we want to
work your
have like
way
a
up.
level 2. But for now, this is where I'm going to have you all start with these. But like
I
Kaylee,
agree with that.
I typically use this during the day. This can be used
Mhm.
day or night. So I will cleanse my skin. I will apply this with a cotton round or a reusable round
Mhm.
on the skin. Don't press and scrub. You guys don't try and make this a physical
An actual
exfoliation moment when you're using this. Just swipe it across the skin. And the neck area. The neck area is
Mhm.
thinner and more delicate. So the same with retinol. If you're going to use anything on your neck and chest area, patch test or
Yes.
try less frequently. Like my skin tolerates a BHA a bit better on the neck and chest as opposed to something like an AHA. But again, I have extremely sensitive skin. And I can only use retinol sometimes 1 time a week on my neck and chest because my skin is so sensitive.
Yeah, same.
So again, that modification. And I do like the water cream afterwards, but pretty much any moisturizer you're using will work.
Yes.
So what I'll do is during the day, and if I've exfoliated the night before, I'm not going to go in the next morning with this. I love doing this like maybe after a retinol night. I will use my BHA, cleanse the skin, gently swipe this around the face, neck, and chest as I can tolerate it. I pay attention to how my neck and chest are feeling. I let it sit on the skin for a bit. I'm going to break a rule. I actually do use the niacinamide with this. I love niacinamide with BHA type products, but I mean, it works for my sensitive skin. But again, a default could just be dramatically dewy. My eye cream, my Brilliant Barrier water cream, and my sunscreen. And so that's my combo that I really like. And then that night, again, I'll use like a retinol in my routine. I'm not going to exfoliate at night with this if I use this during the day.
Yeah.
So I make sure there's gaps in between if I am using both. But again, I'm perfectly okay if you're saying, okay, my main skin concerns are the look of bumpy skin, large pores, breakouts, oil and shine, and some, dark spots. I'm perfectly okay with you choosing this one. And the same thing for AHA. If the look of sun damage, dark spots, lines and wrinkles, and rough or dry skin texture is your main concern, and dull skin, I'm perfectly okay with you starting here too. But I have all of those concerns, and I love the synergy of for sure.
I would agree.
Yeah. All right. So question time. Let's pick another winner and let's dive into dual esthetician Q&A on
Perfect.
these and ask us your questions. And yes, Sherry, you can use a mask the day before you use a peel for sure. For sure, for sure. All right, I'm going to scroll up and try and find some questions. So if you're using the trio with this plus vitamin C, what I would do is cycle routines. And you have your standard nighttime routine of your retinol, let's say. Your standard that would be your firm and lift. Your standard daytime routine of the brighten and even, and then your dramatically dewy that you can use day and night. So on nights when you're using the AHA, we're just going to pop out the retinol and we're going to pop in the Wake Up Radiant Peel. All right. And any routine that you are using this in day or night, you're going to pop out whatever active you would use from the trio, and we're going to pop this in. So it's really easy. This is just, remember, the star of the show, your key skin treatment, your core active that you're using a few times a week in place of that core active from your day or night routine from the trio. That would be my recommendation.
Okay.
All right, Kaylee's got
Are we ready?
Ready.
Ready for a giveaway?
Yes.
Feels silly putting the confetti over.
I love the confetti.
Myself.
Okay? It's a party here. It is a party and we love confetti.
It's different when I do it for just Stephanie.
Tish
Arthur.
Arthur. Congratulations. You won our Refine It BHA liquid exfoliant. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I know, Caroline, the confetti is fun. We love
Okay.
confetti. This is a skincare party. All right. We're having a great conversation. And remember, we're having the offer right now.
Yes.
Oh, maybe I'll switch my earrings.
Ooh,
For the last
perfect
Q&A
timing.
session, we're gonna switch up the earrings because
the earrings are so cute.
I know.
Amy, if you're watching
Amy
this.
is like the most fantastically crafty person
So crafty. I love them.
Gosh, it's amazing. Okay, we're gonna see how long I last in these because these are heavy. I mean, we'll give them a little, I'll prop them up a little bit. Okay.
That is.
Just prop them up a little
perfect.
bit. Because remember, orders $59 US or more, you get a mini dewy. Sadly, it will not be an adorable earring.
No.
I know. But you will get a mini dewy.
Go on the go.
I know. Just like undo my serum and refresh
Real
my
quick.
Seems perfect. But the set is $59 US. So it's a fun little bonus for a limited time to get your mini dewy because, like I said, I love the dramatically dewy paired with this.
It's perfect because it pairs so well with both of them.
Yeah, it's barrier supportive. It hydrates the look of skin. And it really just is a very easy complement to whichever exfoliant you're using. I know. No, just like this is our reminder for the mini dewy. And I know you all been asking for mini sizes. And so, yes, I mean, okay, so I don't want to confuse. So what do I leave out if I exfoliate during the day? Okay, so if you exfoliate during the day, I would just start by leaving out your vitamin C. So your vitamin C is going to be your main targeted skin treatment during the day. And your Firm and Lift Retinol Serum is going to be your main targeted treatment at night if you have the Power Trio of serums. So during the day, we would just start by removing the vitamin C and popping in your exfoliant. And then always obviously make sure that you wear your sunscreen.
Yes.
That's the rule. Okay. So in any routine, basically your AHA or BHA is going to take the place of something like your retinol or your vitamin C to start. Now, the question is niacinamide. Kaylee, I want to hear your thoughts on niacinamide because it's kind of a little controversial with exfoliants and niacinamide use. So I want to hear like your take on it.
I would say it's okay. I think obviously, as with any exfoliation routine, like we said, make sure you work up to being able to tolerate it. Potentially, you might need to patch test to make sure there's not any additional irritation. But especially with the BHA exfoliant, I think the two are very complementary of each other. So I use niacinamide, especially when I am using the BHA in my routine. But I think just with, like we mentioned earlier, just patch test, make sure your skin can tolerate it. Because you don't want to add any additional like spiciness to your skin.
Yeah. And niacinamide is amazing to improve the appearance of pores, balance oil and shine, and improve the appearance of dark spots. And so is the Refine It BHA. So they have a lot of really similar benefits. They create that synergy. But again, niacinamide is an active and it is a 10% niacinamide. So if you have sensitive skin, you might not want to try that. And that's something that I would patch test. And with the AHA, it might be too much. So I would, like I say, the dramatically dewy is just a really easy default to be able to use with either one of these. And yes, I saw a question about the vitamin C dry oil and the powder. For sure, please do not use the vitamin C booster powder in an exfoliation routine. And then the dry oil, I have mixed feelings on. Maybe if you were using it to spot treat, like your dark spots, maybe. But again, I would say just get used to these first. Like, be excited to have a very simple routine when you are using your exfoliants. Like, be excited. Don't feel like you need to use all of the things. It's okay to just have a really simple exfoliation routine when you get started. And then you can see if you want, and I would not use daily exfoliation pads with these because a daily exfoliation pad are probably going to have things like AHAs, BHAs, potentially fruit acids or other things. Like, really only one exfoliant in your routine is needed. So, all right, let's see. Will either of these exfoliants help with redness? Kaylee, I would like to hear your perspective on
Yes.
that.
I would say particularly the BHA works well for redness and decreasing the look of the skin redness. Um, so yes, in short, to answer your question, what do you think?
I would agree. But redness is caused by a lot of different things.
Yeah, yes, I would agree with that
So
too. It
like,
depends on what type of skin redness,
yeah,
where it's coming from, what the reason is, I guess. I would just need
mm,
to know like a little bit more to give you a more thorough answer. But in short, I would say that the BHA should help with redness.
yeah, especially if you have redness from things like breakouts, it can
Yes.
improve the look of skin redness there.
Yes.
But the BHA also does have other ingredients that can be calming and soothing to the appearance of the skin. But I wouldn't say like, and if you have redness, an exfoliant is going to be your main go-to.
Right.
I say
Yeah.
it can help in conjunction with other things, but generally, if you have skin redness, look for things that are going to calm the look of the skin. Things that like your ceramides, your dramatically dewy,
Toner
your barrier supportive
cream. Yeah.
ingredients, those types of things. Niacinamide can actually also be amazing to improve the appearance of skin redness. So that's just kind of what I'm thinking. All right, I'm seeing what other questions do we have here?
What's the main concerns? I'm really leaning on trying the BHA. What's the main skin concerns usage for using the AHA? I would say main skin concerns would be more like sun damaged skin, like we kind of mentioned earlier, dryness, dullness. If you're just feeling like you don't really have that glow to your skin, like natural glow to your skin, dark
Spot. Yeah.
spots, all that kind of thing, fine lines, wrinkles. That's what I would use the AHA for.
And we say the AHA,
Yeah.
but like really, like when we're saying this, remember this has
yes,
a
true.
lot of different ingredients in it, and a lot of them are alpha hydroxy acids. But again, like this one is amazing for just generally the visible signs of aging, like
Yes.
you was saying.
Yeah, to wrap it up.
Just so many things. And generally, KB, when it comes to like rosacea, I'm not going to lean on these types of exfoliants like initially for rosacea. And we actually really have to be careful how we make recommendations for that because it is very subjective. So I would just default to what your dermatologist recommends you can use with that, for sure. Yes, Kara, someone can drop the link to the products in the comments. Vanita, what are you confused about? We are here to help.
Kara, it should also be in the description on YouTube. You should be able to find it there.
So Erica wants to know if your skin barrier has been compromised, can it be reversed?
Where are you seeing these questions?
I don't know. I'm just scrolling. I'm okay.
I'm like, I don't know if I see that one. Your skin barrier has been compromised. Can it be reversed? I would say yes. It takes time and attention, but short answer, yes. I would avoid over exfoliation, overuse of retinol, overuse of more intensive skin treatments, and really just focus on hydration and barrier support and calming your skin barrier. But yes, it can definitely get back to normal.
Yeah.
With your help and product help, but you gotta make sure you take care of it in a calm manner.
Well, and that's the thing is that here's what I will speak to as someone who because I am in my 40s, and as we age, our skin barrier actually just becomes more naturally compromised. As we age, we start producing less lipids in our skin, we start producing less ceramides generally. And so it's just something that happens with age and with sun exposure, and exposure to things like environmental aggressors, like pollution. It can impact our skin barrier. It becomes more fragile. That's why as we age, a lot of times our skin can become more dry. Or, I mean, who here in the comments got into their 40s, 50s, 60s or beyond and started breaking out of nowhere? A lot of times that's actually an indication of your skin responding to just having a naturally more impaired skin barrier. So generally we want to be doing things that keep our skin barrier supported. That's why I love the dramatically dewy in routines. Look at this is the mommy dewy and the baby dewies. They're so cute. But this is fantastic to keeping your skin barrier looking and feeling happy with the 3 weights of hyaluronic acid. The hydrocella that's in here is really cool because it supports the skin barrier. Other things like our Brilliant Barrier Water Cream. I mean, this has 5 ceramides. It has the cholesterol, the squalane. So very barrier supportive ingredient. So what you're integrating into your routine every day can really help. And my barrier breaks very easily. It hurts right here. If I overuse something, it will feel dry, it will feel irritated. It gets like blotchy and patchy and uncomfortable and almost looks like a speckly breakout. So the second I see an indication that I may be doing too much or my barrier's not happy, I immediately just take a break from my strong actives and just focus on, even for a couple days, of very barrier supportive skincare, and my skin just bounces back pretty quickly because I really work hard to keep it in a much happier state, basically. Okay, should we give away another AHA and answer some questions and then do our grand prize giveaway?
Sure.
Now,
Yes.
should we grand prize or should we do one AHA and a few more questions? How many giveaways have we done?
We've done 4, right? 4. Okay. So we did.
Oh, okay. I thought we'd only done 3. So if we've done 4, we can do the grand prize.
Yeah, we've done 4.
Oh, well, look at us throwing.
I have us down for the grand prize. But if you want to do another one, let me know.
Oh, that's great. I'm gonna scroll through. Kaylee's gonna get our grand prize winner. Brittany, I am fine using. Okay, so peptides are considered actives, but here's the thing about peptides. Peptides are a really broad category of ingredients, and some support the look of skin hydration, some firm the look of the skin. They do a lot of different things, okay? So anytime you're using peptides, the thing with using peptides and exfoliants is you want to make sure that there's not going to be like an interaction where you're actually like deactivating something like a copper peptide or breaking it down. And so, but there can be a really great synergy with using peptides and exfoliants. I'm okay with it. I think that's a fine combination generally. But you can always patch test. Anytime you're using an exfoliant, just keep your routine simple. And if you're concerned about a product, you can always patch test and just pay attention to how your skin feels. I'm reading comments, so you can announce the winner anytime, Kaylee. Okay. Have them.
I do have it. Our customer service team is on it.
Perfect.
So, Michelle, you won our instant facial exfoliation set. So congratulations. You get both the AHA peel and the BHA refine it. So enjoy.
Yay. Congratulations.
Thanks for participating.
I know. I appreciate all the participation. Yes, Chris, these are amazing to improve the appearance of dark spots. If dark spots is your main concern, I would lean into the Wake Up Radiant AHA peel to start, but both of them actually do have ingredients that can improve the appearance of dark spots. Let me see if there's any other questions here. If you're using, Jan, if you're only using the AHA at night, you can absolutely still use your trio products during the day. Absolutely. And Tammy's saying the older I get, my skin is so dull. And that is part of kind of that loss of skin barrier, but that dullness to our skin, and this is something that we haven't really like talked about. As we age, our cell turnover slows down too, and we can get an accumulation of dead surface skin. And so 2 things that impact dullness are kind of that accumulation of dead skin sitting on the surface of the skin with the loss of those lipids. And exfoliation can do a lot to brighten the appearance of dull looking skin. And I think they're actually both amazing at that, quite frankly, because you have the multitude of different AHAs and enzymes and things in here, but then the BHA also does have those bioactive fruits that will help resurface the look of the skin as well. So exfoliation, if you have dull skin or any type of skin texture, leveling up with a chemical exfoliant can just have a really fantastic impact on how your skin looks. Oh, thank you, Heather. You're so sweet. If I use BHA in the AM, can I use retinol at night? Kaylee, do you want to answer that?
I'm going to say no.
You use BHA in the morning, you don't use retinol at night? I do.
Oh, well, go ahead then.
I'm like, no, am I not allowed to? Kaylee, am I doing it wrong?
I mean, I think it just goes down like your skin's tolerability and how sensitive you are and how used to using retinol and exfoliants that your skin is. If you haven't used one, I would say no, but
yeah.
Stephanie
Well, okay,
yes.
if you're just starting, because like we said, like exfoliation is nuanced, and that's why I love having this chat, because Kaylee and I have very different skin. We're different ages.
Mm-hmm.
We have different things we use in our routine. And like I will exfoliate in the morning and I use retinol at night, but I know that my skin can do it, but maybe some nights I won't, you know? And if someone's
very true.
Just like, I wouldn't want someone to just start retinol and just start exfoliation at the same time and then do exfoliate in the morning and then use retinol at night, maybe. Because if you're just getting acclimated to all those things, again, that might be a lot.
Yeah.
Again, it's very different. And that's why I love having Kaylee on, because like, it's really important to know that there are different perspectives here. Mm-hmm. And like, it's all about your skin and what your skin can tolerate at the end of the day. And when it comes to using anything like vitamin C, retinol, exfoliants, it's so important to get to know your skin and how your skin feels, you know? And if you feel like it's too much, you know, have just an exfoliation day and keep your night routine much more simple and have like a barrier supportive routine at night. It really is important for you guys to just pay attention to the condition of your skin.
It's reacting. Yeah, I would agree.
For sure. Oh, you're so welcome, Janice. I'm not live on any platforms tonight. So this is my only live tonight is here on this platform, but I make sure you guys are following us on all of the platforms, all of the things, because, you know, Kaylee runs our social media. She's amazing. And we have so much information. You can learn about our products on Facebook, in our VIP group. I hope you're all in our goPure VIP community, on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. There's just so many ways to be able to connect with us, learn from us, ask your questions. And the community is just such a great place too for you all to share your experience, your before and afters, and continue to ask questions and be connected to our customer service, because we have the most incredible customer service team.
We do.
And so it's just a great way to be connected to everyone, for sure.
Yes. And we work very closely with our customer service team. So your questions are usually answered by an esthetician, if that helps.
Yes. Okay. So Melanie, I see that you wanted an answer to your previous question. Let me try and find it. Trying to see if I can find it. Do you see Melanie's question? We are seeing all the comments. On our end, we're seeing all the comments because this is being live streamed on a lot of different platforms.
Multiple areas.
And so there's a lot coming in. So I promise we're not trying to ignore you. A lot of the comments like come through very, very quickly. Will you just ask your question again so we can see it? When you mentioned retinol. So when we're talking about retinol, we're talking about typically our Firm and Lift Serum. Our Firm and Lift Serum is like our main retinol product that you can get by itself or in our Power Trio. And so this is more we're talking about. It's a granactive retinoid and bakuchiol serum. It's a nighttime serum that has that retinoid.
I would say, though, in addition to that, when we're talking about orders of routines and not mixing exfoliants with retinol, the same rules would apply if you have a prescription like tretinoin from your dermatologist.
Absolutely. So it's either one. It's a big category because retinols can come in a lot of different forms. Retinoids. And so Yeah, when that's why we kind of say retinol generally when we know that there's other more accurate ways to kind of say it, but really it's kind of the most like generally like understood when we just say like retinol, but it is a big category of a lot of different types of products. And so so it would be the Firm and Lift serum would be the retinol that we're generally like
referring to.
So this is our, when you're saying peel, like chemical peel, like we're talking about our chemical exfoliants. So they're not a chemical peel in the sense of like, if you went to go see an esthetician to get a skin treatment, that type of chemical peel, it would be very different. But we do have these two chemical exfoliants. And Melanie's asking about best products to use with microneedling. What would you say?
I would say I would preface to follow the directions from your provider, because a lot of times, depending on like the microneedling device, they might have a certain routine and aftercare products that they send you home with. I mean, generally, I would think that like Dramatically Dewy would be okay, but I would just ask whoever gave you the microneedling to what their opinion is.
And when you're talking about like the home microneedling,
at home
like, I'm not a fan of. I'm personally not.
I always just think of automatically.
I know, me too.
Like in office. At home microneedling, I suppose Dramatically Dewy would be okay, but I would still just be cautious and make sure you're using like a sanitary device, you're not causing any extra damage to your skin, stuff like that.
Yeah. And can I use these right before or after your facial? So are you talking about like a facial with an esthetician? I would again say like if you're having a skin treatment, it depends on what your provider does. Because there are so many different types of facials and skin treatments that you can do. So it's always important to know what type of treatment that you're getting and what the aftercare is for that treatment. We're really more recommending these for like how to integrate them into your day and night skincare routine, and how they would work in that way.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you just got yours. And these are like the $59 price is that everyday value price for the set. So if you bought them individually, it would be $68. But we have them, if you do get them together, is value priced at $59. And right now we do have the special offer of the mini dewy
earrings. Just kidding. We won't get the earrings.
Sell these on the site. This would be
amazing. We should. We really should look into that. Amy would be busy.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. Poor Amy would be in her crafting lab. We're like, Amy, you are making all of these for everyone. You'd
have a whole different job.
Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not making
that would be that would be a lot.
So yes, and you don't want to use these in the same routine.
Yeah.
So you don't want to use these in the same routine. Just pick one for your routine and pick one per day. And again, I exfoliate. I probably use this. I use this 1 to 2 times a week. Personally, I probably use this for me like 2 times a week. And this fits into my day routine and this fits into my night routine. But again, like 1 to 3 times a week for this, and BHA 1 to 3 times. It can be used up to daily use, but that is really worked up to that. Yes. And I still think like there are only some people that I would recommend or can tolerate it daily. So we're going to start with less.
Yes.
Start with less.
Cheryl said that she missed a lot of the live. Does the exfoliation stuff stay on your skin? So yes, the BHA you can apply with like a cotton round and then go on with your routine. And then the AHA will be used at night. You'll apply a thin layer, let it sit on for about 5 minutes, go on with your routine, only hydration and barrier supportive products such as Dramatically Dewy and water cream, or anti-wrinkle moisturizer. And then the next morning you can wash off with cool water.
Yeah, for sure. You're very welcome. Francie, send us an email at support@gopurebeauty.com and we can see what options we have for your esthetician daughter. I know we've been working on some things. I'm not exactly sure where we are in that process.
Where we've landed.
Jennifer's asking, what product has hyaluronic acid?
So many. Dramatically Dewy is our hero hyaluronic acid product. So if I had to recommend one, I would recommend that, which you can get a free mini one of those if you purchase the instant exfoliation set that we talked about today.
Yeah. And I'm fine with rosehip with both of these, Jody. If you wanted to use rosehip with these, I'd be fine with that too. Just at the end of your routine, I would just press some on. And for those of you that are late and just hopping on, like this replay will be available on YouTube. If you actually go and follow our YouTube channel, if you're not, there's a whole page with all of our previous lives since we started streaming on YouTube. So there's a bunch of past lives for replays, but the replays will stay available on our Facebook page and in the group. So it's really easy to watch the replays on these for sure. And we keep them available too, because I mean, that we talk about a lot of different topics and a lot of different things. So it's easy to go back and kind of pop in and try and, see what we've been talking about and all of that. And yes, Janice, when you remember, when you order your products, we have...
Keep your boxes. Don't rip them off.
Keep your box. This one is for the peel. So it comes in this adorable box, and then you just open it up, and it has your starter routine right there and a bunch of tips as well. So the boxes are so helpful, so useful. So, and this one is for the Refine It 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. So you got a lot of great information in the boxes. And it is cool because they are tailored specifically for that product. I work with the team to help get that information together for you all. So, it's getting that pro guidance as well. And again, those are really just great starter routines. You can always grow your routines from there, but we really like to give you a very simple, straightforward place to start. Erica's asking, can you use this with physical exfoliation, but not on the same night? What do you think, Kaylee?
Well, we had talked about that earlier, and we mentioned that it should be okay with the BHA. I think just, again, going back to the facts, make sure your skin can tolerate it. You don't want to over exfoliate. I wouldn't do that consistently.
Yeah.
But if you do have some of the microdermabrasion scrub left, you can use them together.
Okay. My skin would not enjoy that. That would be too much for my skin. But I mean, like, there are times like Kaylee said with BHA, like something like the microderm, and then following it with a little bit of BHA, especially to improve the appearance of specifically like bumpy skin texture.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that if you have like inflamed breakouts or things like that. I do want to say that. So only in some situations you can test it out. But again, if you have sensitive skin, a double exfoliation is not like what I would start with, but like it can work for sure. No, Molly, the makeup remover wipes are not coming back. Yes, and there is information about skin cycling on our in our blog. So we have a lot of blogs, and I want to update our skin cycling blog specifically now that we have launched these. I do want to update the skin cycling blogs to include specific information about these two products. I know, Lindsay, I mean, they're hanging on. They're not doing too bad. I mean, I actually probably should take these out. They're getting a little heavy. We gotta keep the ears in good condition. But they're so cute.
They're super cute.
All right, you all, you are amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. If we didn't get to your question, I apologize. You all are so amazing, but our customer service does a really great job of poking back through the comments and answering questions. As always, you can follow us on all places like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Please join our goPure VIP community. That is the best way, especially after a product launch, to get questions answered, see what other people are asking, and you can always reach out to our incredible customer service at support@gopurebeauty.com. Literally, our customer service is so amazing. And we adore them. And I know you all do too, because they're just the absolute best. And keep the questions coming, because I know personally with exfoliants, the impact can be so significant and positive on the skin. But like we said, they are a little more nuanced. So you remember, rely on your boxes, ask us questions. Don't overuse your other active ingredients with them, and wear your sunscreen. Anything else you want to say, Kaylee?
I don't think so. I hope we answered all of your questions. It was fun talking about all things exfoliation with you guys. So thank you for joining. And yeah, we hope you guys have a good night.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.